Hey guys, and today in this video I'm going to be bringing you my updated Memento deck profile post Alliance Insight and post Rarity Collection Stampede. As of making this video, YCS Providence has just happened and Memento didn't perform too well at that event, but I think that just in general there weren't that many Memento players there either. Not too many changes have been made to the deck since the last deck profile. Obviously the ban list, I had to change a few of the ratios, so I will get into it. First off, we're on 2 Darkblade, we're on 3 Anguich, 3 Tatsu, and 2 Goblin. I've switched it to 2 Darkblade just because sometimes I'd just be drawing it too much and like you want to see your names, but you don't want to see your names, so it's kind of like contradictory. And 9 times out of 10, I'd just rather draw the Anguich than the Darkblade. It's still good, so you could still run it as a 3 of, but I just think that 3 of is way too much in my opinion. And then still on 3 Anguich, 3 Tatsu, 2 Goblin, standard ratios. Then I'm on 2 Sleepy. Again, most people only like 1 Sleepy. I'm on 2 Sleepy. I just think it's better. If you open it and your plays get interrupted, it can be a real lifesaver. It can just pop off. Like, if all your stuff gets stopped, you can just use it to keep extending. Had a wild game against Mitsurugi the other day, and it came in clutch. Then the one-offs were on 1 Mace, 1 Gatic, 1 Akihiron, 1 Horn Dragon, and 1 Combined Creation. Again, all standard. You don't want more than 1 of these each in your deck, because quite frankly they're all bricks. I thought about adding a second Gatic because it just feels so painful to open your copy of Gatic in hand, but I just don't think it's worth it. So that's it for the Memento monster lineup. Next on to the spells, we're going to be on 3 copies of Fusion, 3 copies of Bone Party, 1 copy of Mictlan, 1 copy of Thunder Dragon Fusion, and 2 copies of Ground Breakout, 1 Pot of Prosp, 1 Called By, 1 Crossout, and 1 Talents. So Crossout and Talents are down to 1 each as of the ban list. So yeah, but I think that you definitely play all 3 of these in near enough any deck you play. The only one that's like a maybe is you could take out Crossout. 3 Fusion, 3 Bone Party, pretty standard. 1 Memento Mictlan, also standard. A lot of people like 3 Grand Breakout. Personally, I don't. I just think that it's kind of like too many copies of Goblin. Like, if I had a nickel for every time that I opened a Goblin and a Grand Breakout, I'd have a couple nickels. It's not that many, but it's weird that it's happened a lot. And then the spicy tech is the Thunder Dragon Fusion. So Thunder Dragon Fusion, it allows you to summon your Twin Dragon from the extra deck by shuffling 2 of your banished Memento monsters, or 2 in grave, or 2 on field. And it can allow you to pop off from there, and again, it's just another way around. If your plays get interrupted, it can really help you, like, just keep going. So it's kind of like the gist of this deck at the moment, for me at least, is just keep playing. And that's kind of just the point. Just your opponent tries to stop you and you just go, nah, I'm going to keep playing, happy days. And then onto the hand traps, we got 3 copies of Ash Blossom, 3 copies of Fua, 3 copies of Droll, and 3 copies of Imperm. Fua and Droll I think are a must-of the format. Ash Blossom and Imperm are kind of, like, you don't need to play them because neither of them do loads against the big 2, Mitsurugi or Malice. Like, obviously they are still probably like the best generic hand traps to run, that's why I'm running them. And again, if we're running Crossout, we might as well run them as well. But like these 6 here, just the 3 Fu and the 3 Droll, are definitely a must-of. And then if you have a lot of Malice, you can side out your 3 Drolls and put in your 3 Lanciers, because Droll doesn't really do anything against Malice, and Lancier doesn't do much against Mitsurugi, so you can kind of just switch those 3 out, happy days. And that's that for the main deck. So next we'll go on to the extra deck. Not much has changed again since the last profile. I'm on 3 Creation King, 2 Twin Dragon, 1 Guardian Chimera for the fusions. A lot of people only play 2 Tekutlaka and 1 Twin Dragon. Personally, I just like having the 3-2 because I think that it's just very, very good for when I get into a grind game. And I think that's going to be happening quite a bit this format, because there are just some decks that can kind of just keep playing and playing and playing. So I think that for the grind game it is very important. And then for the links, I have 1 access code, 1 ABAL, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Celine, 1 Liner, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Artifact Dagda, and 1 SP Little Knight. And then for the XYZ, I'm running 1 Typhon. Access code, ABAL, SP, all fairly self-explanatory. Typhon for when I'm in like a real pinch. And then Unicorn, Celine, Liner, Phoenix, and Dagda are all kind of just whatever you want. You could also probably take out ABAL as well and play whatever you want. So you've got 6 free slots in the extra deck basically, which is enough for a pot of prosperity as well. I mean, personally, most of the time I end up banishing the access code over the ABAL for the pot of prosperity. But like the Dagda and Celine, they are good for going against Malice, because you can pretty much search out Lancia, which, if I'm going against Malice, I'd rather have Lancia than not. So it's handy dandy. And then Liner is just, I believe, also part of the combo for Lancia. So Liner into Celine and then into Dagda. I'm not 100% confident on the line. And then Nightmare Phoenix and Nightmare Unicorn are they're just generic link monsters to out something troublesome on the board. So I don't know, maybe I'm going up against Gimmick Puppet and they've got their field spell Nightmare Phoenix, pop Nightmare Unicorn on some problem monster I can't beat over, which to be fair happens rarely because I've got 5k beat stick in the deck. But like that's kind of the gist. You've just got space to play around in the extra deck. I've been messing about with a little Nemesis package using a Thunder Dragon Colossus in the extra deck as well, and I think that's going to be good going up against Mitsurugi, because why run 3 copies of draw when I could just have a draw on legs, you know? And then for side deck, for my locals, I'm on 3 Solemn Strike for going first. We've finally got our first Malice player, so I'm on 2 Chaos Hunter and 3 Lancia, and then just 3 generic Go Second cards, 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Feather Duster, and then there's a token in case I need it. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. I don't have enough sleeves for a 15 card extra deck. If I did have extra sleeves, I would probably be on a 2nd copy of Judgment, and I'd also be running 3 copies of Ally of Justice Cycle Reader, because it is a quick effect discard, banish 2 light monsters from grave, which with most decks playing Fiendsmith this format, I think that it is a very, very useful card. It's basically just DD Crow, but 2. You could also run some Bestials in the package. You could run some Bestials in the main deck as well. It's completely up to you. But that's been my deck profile for Memento, post Alliance Insight, and the ban list. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!